Well, god dang. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a minute. I should have been on today, but I had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and for some reason my computer didn't want to load up. It just, it was just fucking nothing. Well, anyway, let me see. I'm trying to open this damn thing here. You ain't seen me have a drink in a long time, but I've been drinking all the time. It's just I stopped drinking while I do my little videos. But I got one today, and I'm just gonna go on and drink the motherfucker if I could open it. But if I can't open it, which it don't seem like I'm gonna be able to do. Ooh shit! They must don't want me to have this motherfucker any goddamn way. Uh, what's better for you is up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to some other person. It's completely up to you. What's better for you? Now, of course, a lot of people don't want to. What is this? Uh, a lot of people, don't really too much go for. They go for it, but they really don't. So I asked the question, and I asked it a few shows ago, and it was about which is better. Think about this when I asked it. Which is better, a fake man or a fake woman? Now, I'm not sure you understand what I'm asking, but don't put no more into it than what I asked, because I didn't say what about them is good or bad. I just asked you which is better, a fake man or a fake woman. Do anybody have an answer to that you can call in and let me hear it right quick so I can go on with what I got to say? Or am I just going to have to give you the answer? Oh, wait. What do you mean, is there a number? 702-605-4721. 702-605-4721. That is the number. Yeah, so call in, let me know what you think. And I'm going to try not to answer it before you call in. But see, I got responses for both. So it's not like you can be wrong. Some people thought it was better to be for a fake man, or it was better for a fake woman. Either way, I just want to know what you think. Now, if you make a choice, you guys took too long, so you don't have to call in now because I'm finna answer. If you make a choice, you're not really thinking clearly. Now, let me ask you this: is it better to have a fake leg, or better to have a fake arm? Now, like I said, I don't think either is better. At least both of those things have, its usefulness. What use is a fake man? What use is a fake woman? I mean, think about these questions. How could you include a fake man or woman in your plans? Or how can you bring them, a fake man or a woman into your confidence? I mean, I'm saying, think about this. If you think about what I'm asking you in these terms, it becomes clear that they're equal. Both are not worth a dime. And that's exactly why some of your partners will be or are in the pen today. Obvious things are confusing to fake motherfuckers claiming this abadabba. See, you either, uh, well, you either want this life or you don't. The only way you can have this shit on the fake tip is if you can stand in the middle of the rain and only half of your body get wet, because that's how sharp you are. If you could do that, then maybe you could be a fake and succeed. If you could do that, you can fake this abadabba. Now, back in the day, we had just as many obstacles to catching women as do you motherfuckers of today. The major difference is we had a backbone and we stood on the principle, I am the prize. Now, even if we weren't trying to be slick, regular motherfuckers going to school and shit knew that was the attitude you were supposed to have. You motherfuckers today, you don't have a clue as to how powerful that is to believe. Because you know you don't have it and you believe you don't have it. I don't simply mean remember the words and repeat them, as I know many of you will do. When we were young and down, some women were our enemies. That they were the broads who screamed they didn't need a man. Women lived. They were all on the verge of becoming dykes and were simply widening the pool of potential lesbians. It was early 70s, I think. Uh, it was, well, actually, it was disgusting then, just as you see it today, with how prevalent this gay stuff is. It's just not, well, to me, it's disgusting. I'm not saying it's disgusting because to some people it's not. And those people have their opinions. But what I'm really getting at is in the 60s and 70s, the hippies was with that free love and same sex relationships. All that shit blew up as a result. And in the 70s and 80s, the women's liberals had a firm foothold on the masses' attention. Now, on the fence women and on the fence dudes all jumped on the women's lib movement. In the 80s and 90s, the gay people started getting political clout, and from there, you have what you have today. People don't know what they want or who they are. They don't believe they was born a man or a woman. They believe they was born with choice. They could pick their sex. My dad was a Mason, and no matter how much I asked him about it, he never told me about the Masons organization. Never. Not one time did he tell me or answer any question I had. Now, I grew up thinking you just can't get into the Masons until you're grown. So when I was grown and asked him about it, I got the same treatment. So you know me, I said, fuck it. Years later, I found out none of my brothers ever were privy to that information except one, my brother Gene, may he rest in peace. Come to find out, he was the only one of my dad's sons who let my father see he was qualified to become a Mason. To this day, I don't know what he had, but I accepted I didn't have it. My point is, what's better? To fake it? or accept the truth and choose another path. See, my point is organizations that are real and serious about who can be in it, they stick to their rules. Even blood doesn't matter unless they qualify. Now, something as important as religion should be like that. The fucking Abba had it like that at one time. It started long ago, but today religion is so warped. Instead of the leaders of whatever religion wanting to guide you, they want to control you. You can't be in my religion unless you like this. Well, that's more ridiculous of a statement as I've heard in a long time. Of course, you have to pay, attention to the rules of the religion, but you don't have to wear your hair a certain way, or you don't have to wear a certain jacket. Religion per se is a way of life, and it's something you believe in enough to allow your belief to guide you to your destiny. Now, I mean, that's how the Masons feel about what their organization represents. There's a distinct difference. Christianity is not a religion. Is not religion. It's a religion. Islam is not religion. It too is a religion. That's why neither of them is religion. It's all a part of being religious, which is based on the particular religion you practice. These things are important, not practicing religion, but making these distinctions. It's all a part of being religious, which is based on a particular religion. But religion is for those who believe to the extent they live their lives accordingly. Something described as religion is responsible for more death in the longest wars in history. Why? Because I don't agree with what you agree with. No matter what general it was, or whichever admiral it was, they weren't alpha because alpha motherfuckers know 100 alphas can stand on the sharp point of a needle, and there would still be room for 1,000 more. That's what was so beautiful about the motherfucking Abu Dhabi Q. We all were alpha. That's why we all bragged and shit. Because we didn't claim shit that wasn't possible. We bragged on what when we didn't have it. We bragged on what we thought we would have or get. And when we got it, we bragged on getting more. See, that's why if you stood up to, if you stood up, you just was welcome. But you had to stand up under the motherfucking Abu Dhabi's restrictions. So you don't have to believe the way we do. You just gotta believe. Long as what you believe ain't watering down this motherfucking precious game, alphas know you're correct. All I need is a few good young men who want this change. And I'm telling you, I'm going to help you stop wanting change and get you to start changing. It all begins with learning who the fuck you are, learning what you really want out of your life. It never fails when I get the calls, the one-on-one calls. I ask them, well, man, what the fuck do you really want? And they don't know. I bet you don't know. Anybody that know what they want, and can say it in a few words, well, it don't matter how many words you say it in, but I'm saying, but can say it, then hit me up so we can kick it about what you want. Because wanting something is one thing, but having a real desire for something is a completely different ball game because you're going to go get it. A lot of you guys, that's all you can accomplish. Is I want this, I want that. Have no idea how you're gonna get it. 4 years from now, I want this, I want that same shit. Why? Because you haven't grew. You haven't expanded yourself. You haven't done anything for yourself. All you've done was keep up with the goddamn Joneses. So one day you're gonna realize it all begins with learning who the fuck you are. And honestly learning that, not just telling yourself something. Then you need to subscribe to fucking sidewalku.thinkific.com. Not everybody know these things. Most of you are continually screaming about getting some of this abracadabra we speak of and are disappointed when you find out you can't simply ask for it. You got to go get it. The only safe and legitimate place to go and get laced is Sidewalk U. I lace you with life. I lace you with this abracadabra that you can use immediately in your everyday life. And this is something that you need to pay attention to because that's what's important. Is the stuff you're learning usable? Shit. That's what you need to know. Because you could be learning stuff, but you can't use it. So, what good is it? Information does you no good unless you can use it. So, you listening to me, you're going to learn that game is a total understanding of what you do. It's mostly related to illegal activity, but it can be legal too. Now, this understanding you have about what game is guides you in your everyday life. It guides you in a way that won't allow you to deviate from your core belief. Nigga talking about this pimping man and go fuck a bitch and ain't paying. Come on, man. She could be fine as fuck. Damn near all them bitches was that I turned down. I ain't about to fuck you because you're fine. It's more to me than that. So, where did these gurus of today come from? Do you notice that none of them have a history or a past? They all joke about me, saying I'm a dog catcher, I'm a liar, I'm old and musty. I'm called all these things except the motherfucker I am. Why is that? It's because I'm a motherfucker that perpetrators can't stand. I spit so much high powered abracadabra, they must comment in the most belittling fashions they deem possible. Alas, it rose right off me, right off my body, and on to the ground, as it should do. Shit, my legacy and my reputation, and if you didn't know, now you know, is sealed. My place in the history of the blade is secure. And none of you motherfuckers, I mean, none of you can damage my rep. The only thing you can do is get some of the shit I know. You can only enhance my record when you cry like you do. You don't nobody care about you crying. Life don't care about you crying, so why should I? Did you know the index finger touching your thumb doing this represents the smallest violin in the world? And I just be playing a sad song for you baby motherfuckers. You are correct. I am old. I'm like in my 70s. And you guys in the streets are still trying to make me out to be, one of your competitors. I got two pimping friends who both have a gang of bitches. One of them niggas catches hoes weekly, sometimes daily, but they don't last long. This nigga stays 5 or 6 deep though. I mean, how can you challenge that shit? The other nigga got 5 steady yo. This dude might get once or twice a year, but sometimes 3 or 4 hoes a year. But both these niggas stay at least 5 deep, and in no time do either of the motherfuckers go under 4 hoes. Both these niggas are driving exotic vehicles, jeweled up, living lavish, and are the talk of the town. But one day the conversation of who had the most abba came up and they couldn't decide. Can you? Which one got the best abba? Can you decide? Before I had this game, I was a carpenter. I used to build tract homes for middle class or middle income people. And when this abba struck me, I didn't put my hammer away. I just started building stables for hoes instead of houses for squares. Yeah. This is why suckers can't stand me. How many of you are willing to start from nothing, boast about a great accomplishment yet to be made, and achieve it? All of you who grew older than me can attest to the fact I have always been a shit talking motherfucker, so uh, you know better than most. But I remember bragging in high school that everyone was going to read about me one day. And it wasn't going to be in the newspapers about some crimes. Something in me makes me believe I'm headed for greatness. And once I get the ball rolling, it's just going to have a snowball effect and just blow up. I got 19 books, 3 games I made up, 3 degrees, 3 videos, 1 patent. Shit, I have a lot I just got a lot of shit to get busy with. I'm blessed to be creative, but it takes patience. And we know patience is a virtue. I've heard this for years. How life is so unfair. Life is unfair to the motherfucker who think they're on the right track and don't push the envelope as far as they fucking could. That motherfucker who see life as unfair. I'm finna have me a drink. Ooh shit. That's that 1800. See, most men who are on the right track, they're safe players in the game of life. They could have taken a risk to get where they are, but unless they really feel they should be there, they're gonna feel lucky and play it safe to stay there. That's why the man who won $3 million will slowly spend it, if not fuck it all off. And the man who worked up on $3 million will continue to grind away at the same pace because of the safety in it being proven to him. It's proven to work. But the man who makes a few $1 million and view it as the first step to amassing enormous wealth will not be afraid to invest that money in something he believes will take him to the next step in his life's destiny. But best believe that something is seriously connected with him, if not thought of by him. Even if it fails and breaks him, it may break his pockets, but he knows it did not, nor will it break him. He is confident he will do it again. And when he gets ready for step 2, he won't be afraid to take it. Now, I will never be afraid to go all out on something that I believe in. And I'm 100% down to dirty. Once I see it makes sense for me to do so, I'm ready. I ain't got to get ready. I am ready now. I could be lounging in my house and you call me with something that's really feasible for me. I'm ready right then. This is a quality I hope to never lose because without this very quality, I would not have been so aggressive in pursuing the things that I have in the last few years. I've waited many years. I've waited many years since retiring. I retired from a life that, you know, that I led, that I was at the top of. And once again, I'm rising to the top with the cream of the crop. I firmly believed years ago that if I was, going to achieve what I was after, excuse me, I needed to really exercise patience. Now, many years later, after earning a BA, a master's, and being celebrated as one of the best who ever didn't display this Q, life is so unfair. Do you still believe that? You get out of life what you put into it. I believe with all my heart, you get out of it what you put into it. What takes all your life to build. Well, let me ask you that instead of saying it. What takes all your life to build, and when you die, it stays behind? Hey, you know what that is? Your rep. Do you have a rep? Hey, I'm out. This was I didn't get no calls, which I don't really matter. It don't really matter. It looked like a lot of you motherfuckers in here listening, but I don't know why you don't call in, and it don't really. It bothers me sometimes, but in this particular moment, it ain't bothering me because I got so much shit going on, good shit and bad shit. So I'm out.